And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Back to throw, it's Weaver. Grabbed over the middle, it's Sharp. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
Surround sound, the war chant on third down at the dome. Got a little space. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Power football with the run.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
With a second and short to keep this drive moving. Toss to the outside. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
You know, I know that wasn't a big gainer, but that's going to set some stuff up later for this offense. Trying to run the football and get it established is huge because play-action pass is a big part of what they try to do when they're throwing the ball.
Short. Wants to throw. It's Weaver. It's complete. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Looking to throw on first down. He's got him. Touchdown, Cardinals! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking downfield on first down. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Man, that's not the attempt you wanted to start the game. First pass of the game, interception. Man, just this is where you go over the sidelines. You have a good talk with your coach. You settle down. It's not the end of the world. It's one pass, but that is not the start he had in mind today.
The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with his 7-0 lead. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Back to throw, it's Weaver. Here's the pressure. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
This crowd knows when to bring it. Wants to throw on third down. Rushes on him. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
That's a great play by this defense. It's hard when you go against a guy that's so good at the quarterback spot. He can make so many plays, but the defense understood that rep. Nice job getting to him, corralling him, getting him on the ground, and creating the big sack.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a run.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
They'll go to the ground. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Seminoles have always been known for explosive, flashy, big plays, but think of guys like Dalvin Cook and the toughness that he ran with. That's on display here.
And then those guys that I think of, too, with work done, where you hand them the football and big plays can happen, and offenses have been built around that for years at Florida State, finding that guy to hand the ball to.
And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
Offense tries to go RPO and hand off to the running back, but how about the defense up front? They're just too stout. They're not getting moved anywhere, and they're able to make a big-time play.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Quarterback moving. On the move to the right, looking for a big one. And to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. Be seriously, what do you do against this guy? He is everything you want in a quarterback.
And you can prepare for him all week, and you can put a wide receiver and quarterback to be scout team, but you just can't replicate a guy that can buy time, scramble around, break tackles, and then all of a sudden shut the ball down the field and make you pay. Just too elite of a playmaker. You just got to find a way to get him on the ground early when you get those opportunities.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air, it's Weaver. Bringing the heat. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game. But finally now, you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Second down, he'll throw it. He wants to go deep. Heaves it into trouble, and he finds trouble with the pick. Taking it the other way. Finally brought down the run-of-play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And that's the problem when you get in second and forever. The defense knows they make you one-dimensional. They know you're going to take shots down the field. They stay deep, they break on the football, and they take advantage of the opportunity.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. We've had some early scores. They get the ball back, trailing by a field goal, 10-7. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Just gets rid of it before the heat. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone.
Man, I don't know if you want that guy outside the pocket very often because he's so fast and he can do some damage, but they did a nice job containing him. Once he left the pocket, they were ready for it, came to him, he tried to throw the football. Nice hit on the quarterback as he's throwing to force a bad pass.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback making checks. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Fires to the tight end. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
That's a nice completion. I know you don't get the first down. You're obviously set up in field goal range here down in the red zone, but because you've got 4th and short now, you may decide to go for this if you're on offense.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. Absolutely center cut. Wait just a second. There is a flag on the play. If this is on the defense, it could be a first down. That's the end of the period, and Louisville has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
Got nothing last time, now 2nd and goal from the 3. Motion from the wideout. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. Well just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
He'll bring it out. It's Sharp. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And the offense coming out ready to attack. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Now the play fake. Now he's going to break the pocket. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Got it in stride inside the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Louisville!
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. And how about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you could tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
The offense changing the play. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Finally, a defense. Looks like they're able to break serve here. These offenses have been up and down the field now, these last two drives apiece, scoring points. But the sack right there finally puts an end to that, we think. It's setting up 4th down, and that might be a major play so far in this game to give them a lot of momentum moving forward.
Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. They're working that left side. He stopped short, and it's 4th down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Got it behind the line. It's Lawrence. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking for a man. It's Weaver. Got his man downfield. Breaks into the open. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
It's first down from the 37-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Here's a heat. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And the defense needed that one badly. They're losing in this game. They just gave up a big play, so they finally get the sack, but you feel like they're going to need more than that. They're going to need some turnovers to get back in this game.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's second and long. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. And he'll make the grab along the sideline, but he's not able to get to the first down marker.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Chop, they're bringing the noise on third down at the door. From the gun, wants to pass. Right on the money. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
I know you want to go to this guy because he's made so many plays for you, but when he's doubled, surely somebody else has a much easier play to make.
And it might not be the stud that he is, right? Like, I might not find another guy that's a baller like him, that's a playmaker, but now I got one-on-one matchups elsewhere that I got to go take advantage of. If they're going to double cover him, I'm going to take advantage of matchup somewhere else.
And that was a really good job by the defense. Again, keeping everything in front of you in that situation, and now you're rewarded with the third and long. So on this down, we'll see if they bring some pressure or if they lay back and play zone.
Third down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. Back to pass, it's Weaver. He's got him still on his feet. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Moving toward the end zone and fumble! Bounced right back to them. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
But one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for 6. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands, and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down.
You have to understand at home, it's really hard for a head coach to kick a field goal at this juncture after such a long drive. So many first downs. You've gotten right down to the doorstep. 4th down, you want to be able to pay this thing off and punctuate this drive with a touchdown.
Quick strike complete. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And the throw out to the sideline, good for just a few yards.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
He sends 3 receivers right, maybe looking for man coverage on the left on 2nd and 5. Back to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
You don't get a lot of chances like that in games, guys. Take shots downfield, and when you get open, you got to finish the play, and the wideout's going to wish he had that one back.
This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. He'll set up to throw. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. They got him down pretty quickly after the pick, but what an opportunity here from the 23-yard line.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead, but with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
Quarterback now on the run, still looking. He'll try to do it himself. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
Nice job by the QB. You can tell they want to push it down the field. They want to be aggressive on 1st down, which I love, which is really hard to stop from a defensive standpoint, but does a good job scrambling outside the pocket, picking up the 1st down, and then saving his life. Good job. Get out of bounds.
To the air, it's Weaver. Under fire. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Cardinals! No mid-season concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
Coming out with it, it's Gee. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Quickly out to the tight end. He's down at the 27. He can stop the clock, and this is a 1st down. And the Seminoles want to pick up the tempo. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires left. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He'll try to take it back. And he's out of bounds right at the 15.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
To the air on first down. He's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Louisville.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
And the extra point is good. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Fielded in the end zone, it's Gee. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Running it to the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives. So the best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Cardinals will boot it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Gee. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak. And
turning it on! At the 20. Touchdown, no! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
Tight end now in motion. From the gun, looking for a man. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Past the 20. He took that baby all the way to the house. A pick 2, as it were.
How about the job by this field goal block unit? They didn't take the play off. They get penetration, get their hands in the air. You never know what's going to happen. It takes a good bounce. Next thing you know, you're scooping it up. You're taking it the other way and putting 2 points on the scoreboard.
He'll bring it out. It's sharp. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Turning on the Jets. The 30. At the 20. Touchdown Cardinals. And the pummeling has started.
And this offense is clear. We're not done. We got the lead, but we're going to come out in this second half, and we're going to be explosive, create some big plays, and they do. On the first drive, setting the tone, saying we are going absolutely nowhere.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Phyllis, take a peek at what's happening in this interesting battle in the MAC. Bowling Green is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. They're trailing by 11 to Kent State.
Oh, what vision. Can they catch him? They look at him. It's a touchdown. He just took it the entire length of the field, end to end, coast to coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, 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 take a knee, no, yes, 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 yes. Over 100 yards to the kickoff return. Nice job taking that in the end zone, making a huge play.
Getting aggressive here and going for two. Quarterback keeper. He's not quite going to get there, and the try for two fails, and they are unable to cut into this lead any further. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Fielded in the end zone. It's Sharp. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. To the air, it's Weaver. The throw to the outside is complete. He makes it up to the 20-yard line before going out of bounds.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. They'll move the tight end. He'll try the toss to the left. Look out, he's got room. There he goes. Inside, touchdown Cardinals. He got loose and it was lights out after that.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They haven't had a whole lot of production, nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far. And if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. Gets it to the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? The Seminoles want to crank the tempo. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Caught behind the line, it's Bob. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. They get the completion, and that's one thing, Jesse. If you're going to get this guy on the ground, you better come in to make the tackle like you mean it.
Man, that was a heat-seeking missile coming in there. He knew he had a lot of work ahead of him with that big fella making the catch. Nice tackle.
He's got an open man. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
We always talk about yak, and that was third and very manageable. They were just throwing the ball to the sticks, just trying to pick up a simple first. But when you've got playmakers like that can do things after the catch, any play could be an explosive one, and you saw it right there. Tremendous job getting it to him early, and he does the rest.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Trying to take it back. He's at the 30. The 10. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Louisville. It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play, and he does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. Looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turn it on the Jets, making the big play.
He'll bring it out. It's Gee. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He stopped right at the 22, and that'll bring us to 4th down. The Noles will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line.
Returners don't get many shots, right? Like, they only get a few shots a game. They want to maximize it. You're not going to get any shots if you don't secure the football. Got to take care of the football, big fella.
They'll leave it with him. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Keep it on the ground. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back